Hi, Dr. Dike Drummond here from thehappymd.com, and in this short video I'm going to show you the difference between good and bad stress and an actual graph that relates stress to performance. It's really important that you understand where you are on the graph so you don't end up taking the last bit of stress over the edge as your last straw. Every time I do a live training, somebody asks me, well, Dike, isn't there such a thing as good stress? And the answer is yes, stress can be good. It all depends on where you are on the stress versus performance graph. So let me just show that to you over here. There's the graph, and as you can see, it's a bell-shaped curve. On the left-hand side, where there isn't very much stress, you don't get much performance. As a matter of fact, people can get bored and check out. But as you increase the stress on the person, give them a deadline, ask them if they've completed the task, you'll see that performance increases to a peak, but then if I continue to apply stress, performance drops off rather dramatically, a far side cliff of performance. So there is such a thing as good stress. It all depends on where the person is on the graph on that day. Now, here's the big problem. Here's where I think most healthcare work teams are sitting in an average office day. Here's the graph. Look at that orange line. Yeah, I think they're past the peak and on the downward side. So if that's true for you or your team on any given work day, and I continue to apply stress, what happens? You fall off the cliff, you could completely decompensate. So the difference between good stress and bad stress depends on where you are on the curve. The problem is that as a physician, you've been trained specifically to ignore your stress levels, to not be aware of them at all. So this is one of the key leadership skills as you move forward in your practice, to notice what your stress level is today. Even better, notice what your team's stress level is today. So you can figure out whether today you apply a little more pressure to get a little more performance, or you back off the pressure and that actually improves the team's performance. So there it is, the connection between good and bad stress depends on where you are on the curve. Notice that first before you put any more pressure on your team. That's it for now. Keep breathing and have a great rest of your day.